Oh, hello there, darling. Come closer. I want to let you in on a little secret. A treasure chest nestled right in the very heart of Europe. It's a place of magnificent spires that tickle the clouds and canals that shimmer like liquid moonlight. This is Belgium, a country that at first glance might seem quiet and unassuming, but oh, it has stories to tell. It's a kingdom of grand squares, buzzing with life, of ancient castles, dreaming of knights and damsels, and of forests so deep and green, they feel enchanted. It's a land where every cobblestone seems to whisper a secret from centuries gone by. Our adventure begins, as it simply must, in Brussels. And at its very centre lies the Grand Place. Stepping into this square is like walking onto a film set. You are completely surrounded by opulent guild halls, their facades dripping with gold leaf, and the magnificent town hall, its spire reaching for the heavens like a prayer in stone. I could stand here for hours just watching the world go by, feeling the centuries of history swirling around me. It's a place of power, of commerce, and of breathtaking beauty. At night, when the buildings are illuminated, it's pure magic, darling. Just a short stroll from this grandeur, we find a rather cheeky little fellow. It's the mannequin Piss, a tiny bronze statue of a boy doing, well, what little boys sometimes do. Some might find him odd, but I think he's marvellous. Now let's leave the bustling capital behind and drift into a dream. Welcome to Bruges, the Venice of the North. Our first stop is, of course, the Canals of Bruges. Taking a boat trip here is simply non-negotiable. You glide along the water under ancient stone bridges, past weeping willows, past ridiculously pretty gabled houses that look like they're made of gingerbread. It feels as though you've sailed straight into a medieval fairy tale. The gentle lapping of the water, the quacking of the ducks, the reflection of the sky on the surface, it's utterly mesmerizing and impossibly romantic. At the heart of this fairy tale city is the Belfry of Bruges. This magnificent medieval bell tower soars above the market square, a constant reassuring presence. For those with a bit of puff, climbing the 366 steps to the top is an absolute must. The view is your reward. A glorious panorama of red-tiled roofs, winding canals, and the lush green countryside stretching out beyond. As the carillon of 47 bells rings out across the city, you feel truly connected to the history of this incredible place. It's a sound that has echoed through Bruges for centuries. If Bruges is the fairy tale princess, then Ghent is her cool, slightly edgier older sister. And nothing embodies this more than the mighty Gravenstein, the castle of the counts. It stands right in the middle of the city, a formidable fortress of grey stone with battlements and a moat. It looks like it's been plucked straight from a story about knights and dragons. Inside, you can explore the dungeons and even see a rather gruesome collection of torture instruments. It's a stark, powerful reminder of the city's turbulent and rebellious past. A truly thrilling piece of history. From the castle, we wander towards the river to see the magnificent Graasley and Corenlei. These two quays, facing each other across the Lei River, present one of the most stunning cityscapes in all of Belgium. Lined with historic guild halls, each with its own unique and ornate gable, it's a view that has captivated artists for centuries. In the evening, as the lights twinkle on and reflect in the water, it's a place for lovers to stroll and friends to gather. You can just sit by the water's edge, a Belgian beer in hand, and soak it all in. Absolutely divine. Now we travel north to a city that glitters and shines. Welcome to Antwerp, the diamond capital of the world. Our first stop here is the breathtaking Antwerp Central Station. People call it the Railway Cathedral, and my goodness, they are right. It's not just a place to catch a train, it's a destination in itself. With its enormous glass and steel vault and a dome that looks like it belongs on a palace, it's a temple to the golden age of travel. A symphony of stone, iron and light that makes the simple act of arriving or departing feel like a grand occasion. Let us now journey south into the rolling green hills, dense forests of Wallonia. This region is dotted with castles, each with a story to tell. Our first visit is to the impossibly romantic Château de Vèvre. Pointed fairytale turrets like Sleeping Beauty's castle brought to life. It has stood on its rocky perch for centuries, owned by the same family since the Middle Ages. Inside, antique furniture, tapestries, portraits that whisper tales of aristocratic life. A perfectly preserved dream. Next, a fortress of a different kind, built for war and defense. Bouillon Castle commands the landscape, perched on a rocky ridge above a sharp bend in the Semois River. This was the home of Godfrey of Bouillon. Dark passageways, vast halls, crumbling battlements, a real adventure. You can almost hear the clang of swords, spectacular views over town and winding river. Our tour continues to Ardennes Gardens. The castle itself is lovely, but the real star is the water garden. Created in the 18th century, it is a masterpiece of design. French formality, Italian elegance, English romanticism. Fountains dance, waterfalls cascade, water jets spray in surprising and delightful ways, all powered by gravity alone. A tranquil, magical place to wander, a symphony of water, stone and greenery, pure poetry in motion. Finally, Château de Belfry, the Belgian Versailles. Home of the princes of Ligne for centuries, it exudes incredible grandeur and refinement. Astonishing collection of art, priceless furniture. A library with 20,000 rare books. The surrounding park, formal French garden design, vast lawns, geometric flower beds, and a huge ornamental lake reflecting sky and palace. A glimpse into a world of unimaginable opulence. Now we plunge deep into the wild green heart of Belgium, the Ardennes. Dense forests, rolling hills, deep river valleys. Our first stop is the charming little town of Antwerp. It proudly calls itself the smallest city in the world. Wandering its narrow, winding cobblestone streets feels like stepping back in time. Ancient stone houses draped in flowers, the whole place nestled in a beautiful bend of the Orthe River. It's utterly enchanting. Wander, explore quirky little shops, and enjoy the peaceful atmosphere. From the smallest city, we go deep underground to explore one of nature's greatest cathedrals, the caves of Hansourlesse. A vintage tram trundles you through the woods to the cave entrance, which already feels like an adventure. Then you descend into a subterranean world of wonder. You walk through vast chambers adorned with spectacular stalactites and stalagmites, shaped over millions of years by dripping water. The journey culminates in a huge cavern where a sound and light show illuminates the geological marvels. It's a truly awe-inspiring experience of nature's hidden artistry. Our Ardennes adventure wouldn't be complete without a visit to La Roche-en-Ardenne. The town is watched over by the romantic ruins of a medieval castle on a steep, rocky outcrop. By day, explore the ruins. By night in summer, the ghost of Berthe de la Roche is brought to life in a spectacular projection show. The town buzzes with kayaking and hiking. For those who love a good walk, the High Fens, Eiffel Nature Park is an absolute must. This is Belgium's oldest and largest nature reserve, a unique high-altitude plateau of moors, bogs and forests. Wooden boardwalks guide you across the marshy landscape, stark, wild, almost mystical, a world away from the busy cities. In winter, it becomes a snowy wonderland, perfect for cross-country skiing. It's a place to breathe deep, clear your head, and reconnect with the raw, untamed power of nature. From the rugged hills, we now head to the seaside. The entire Belgian coastline is connected by the marvelous Kustram, the world's longest tram line. It's a fabulous way to explore the coast, hopping on and off as you please. The journey takes you from the chic, sophisticated resort of Knokke-Heist near the Dutch border, all the way to De Panne near France. You pass through bustling ports, family-friendly beach towns, and peaceful nature reserves. It's a wonderfully old-fashioned and relaxing way to see the diverse character of the Belgian coast. One of the most essential and moving journeys is to Flanders fields around Ypres. This peaceful, agricultural landscape was the scene of some of the most brutal battles of World War I. Visiting the vast, immaculately kept war cemeteries like Tyne Cot, with their endless rows of white headstones, is profoundly humbling. In Ypres, every evening at 8, a solemn ceremony takes place at the Menin Gate. Buglers from the local fire brigade play the last post in memory of the Commonwealth soldiers who were lost and have no known grave. The memorial's walls are inscribed with nearly 55,000 names. To stand here in silence as the haunting notes echo under the arches is unforgettable and deeply emotional, connecting you directly to the past. The fields of poppies that bloom here in early summer are a powerful, poignant symbol of remembrance. Belgium has a rich artistic soul, and nowhere is this more evident than in the city of Liège. Here we find the magnificent Liège-Guillemins railway station, designed by Santiago Calatrava. It is a breathtaking masterpiece of modern architecture, a huge, soaring canopy of steel and glass arches over the platforms, creating an incredible sense of light and space. It feels less like a station and more like a futuristic cathedral or the skeleton of some colossal, graceful whale. Arriving here is an event in itself. Let's return to Brussels to explore a true architectural wonder. The Atomium was built for the 1958 World's Fair, and it still looks as futuristic today as it did then. It represents an iron crystal magnified 165 billion times. You can travel up through the tubes in escalators and elevators to explore the spheres, which house exhibitions. The view from the top sphere is absolutely spectacular. A panoramic vista over the entire city. It's a wonderfully quirky science fiction symbol of Belgium's innovative spirit. A real joy. In the lovely university town of Leuven, the town hall is a masterpiece of flamboyant Gothic architecture. Its facade is an intricate forest of spires, turrets and pinnacles, decorated with 236 statues. So ornate, it looks like a giant precious reliquary. I could gaze at it for hours, a celebration of civic pride and craftsmanship. In Mechelen, St. Rumbold's Tower dominates the skyline. Climbing its 538 steps is a rite of passage, rewarded with one of Belgium's most incredible views. On a clear day, you can see both Brussels and Antwerp. The twin carillons ring out magically, and the glass floor skywalk gives a thrilling perspective. It's simply magnificent. No journey through Belgium would be complete without indulging in its culinary treasures. And what could be more Belgian than Trappist beer? A handful of monasteries worldwide are certified to brew Trappist beer, and several of them are in Belgium. Visiting an abbey like Orval or Westvleteren, even just the visitor centre cafe, is a pilgrimage for beer lovers. To taste a beer brewed by monks following centuries-old traditions is to taste a piece of Belgian culture. Each beer has its own unique character and story. Cheers, darling. Next, Belgian chocolate. Forget everything you know about chocolate. In Brussels, Bruges, or any Belgian town, chocolatiers look more like jewellery shops. The pralines are exquisite little works of art, filled with ganaches, caramels, creams that make your taste buds sing. Visit a master chocolatier, Pierre Marcolini, Neuhaus. The smell alone is intoxicating. A box of Belgian chocolates is a little box of happiness, crafted with passion and skill. Now something unusual, the Sonian forest. On the edge of Brussels, this ancient beech forest is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Stepping in is like entering a vast natural cathedral, a perfect place to walk, cycle or ride and to breathe. And now, the Carnival of Binche. Not just any carnival, a UNESCO masterpiece of oral and intangible heritage. The central figures are the Guilles, who appear on Shrove Tuesday, dressed in vibrant costumes, wearing wax masks with green glasses and tiny moustaches, brandishing bundles of twigs. They dance through the streets to the beat of drums, throwing oranges into the crowd. Surreal, noisy, utterly joyful. An ancient folk tradition alive today. Our journey is drawing to a close, but the wonders of Belgium are far from exhausted. We must make a stop in Tournai to see its incredible Notre Dame Cathedral, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stunningly blending Romanesque and Gothic. Most striking of all, the transept crowned by 5 massive towers, giving a powerful, fortress-like presence. For our final wonder, let's toast our adventure in Dinant, at the Maison Leffe. This famous Belgian beer now has a museum and a hotel in a beautifully converted former convent perched on the banks of the Meuse. Learn the brewing story through an interactive, multi-sensory experience. And of course, end with a tasting as you savour a perfect glass of Leffe overlooking the river and town. It's a fitting end to our Belgian feast. And so, our grand tour comes to an end. We have wandered through golden squares and fairytale canals, explored mighty castles and sacred battlefields, delved into caves and cathedrals of nature and cathedrals of stone. We have tasted beer brewed by monks and chocolate crafted by artists.